Well, this is a very important video if you are a fan of the channel or even just an infrequent viewer, because we are going to be having a few updates, and I also want to go over what those are and explain them real quick. It's not something that was easy for me to come to terms with, but it's something that I have to do. For my own sake and for your sake, actually, as anybody who enjoys anything on the channel. Now, I want to give a little background here. I have been working probably between 50 and 70 hours a week for a couple years because of different things. One is that I was taking care of my dad, who recently passed of cancer, which I've talked about a few times. And I try not to bring up over and over again because nobody wants to hear, sad news over and over. The other reason is that I was obviously working full time on top of doing YouTube, and that was between two different part-time jobs. So now I'm still working part-time jobs in YouTube, and I'm out of school. And I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm not at all burned out of YouTube, and I'm extremely passionate for it, but I need to cut back a little bit. And let me explain why. The first reason, and I'm not going to make it a top 5 list, it's just a couple reasons, and this will be very short. But the first reason is that I have worked myself into the ground for the longest time. And I realized it, honestly, the other day when I sort of tallied up how much time I was spending working on the channel. And it was like anywhere between 5 and 10 hours a day. And 5 would be on the lower end of just like, I'm just doing some editing, just, captured some gameplay, low effort video today. It wasn't super hectic. And 10 would be like, oh my gosh, I need to get ahead on all these videos for the week because I work 4 or 5 days at my other job or both of my jobs combined. That's where it really started. And the other thing is that I don't think that I can continue to produce high quality content. And now my detractors will say, well, Jay, you already produce garbage, and that's fine. It's definitely not for everybody what I do here. But I don't think that I can produce high quality content, or at least the quality that I've been maintaining 7 days a week. Now, I do want to tell you that this is half for me and it is half for you, because I could just push the me thing aside. I've been doing it for 2 years and just say, you know what, screw it. I don't care. I'm just going to do it. But it really pushed it over the edge for me when I was kind of noticing that certain things I was doing, I was cutting corners on. And I'm not going to get into specifics of that, but it was just like trying to finish editing something really quickly and not caring quite as much about the details, or even getting a fact wrong here and there, which will happen. I'm human. I'm not perfect. And as I've said, I'm an idiot. I will get things wrong, but I need to be able to put in consistent time so that these videos can be high quality and what you all expect and what I can be proud of. Because even if your expectations from me don't happen to be high, which I think they are, and that is very nice, my expectations for me are high. I'm a hard worker because I care about working hard, not because I care about being an entire people pleaser. But what I'm going to be doing going forward is going down to 5 uploads a week. I want to stay extremely consistent. I want to continue to grow the channel, and that's really where I was just trying to push through it. I didn't want to let any of you down in terms of putting out content. Was the main thing. And the secondary thing was, probably from watching other people on YouTube, it's actually kind of a terrifying thing to do if you are in a position where you are trying to grow your channel and have it be self-sustaining. Like, yes, I have other jobs, but this was sort of one of my primary forms of income once it started growing. And it's become tacky to even mention ad revenue or income on YouTube, so I will keep that brief and tell you that is not the focus of why I do the channel. But I will say that I was so obsessed with growing the channel and continuing output, both to not let everybody down and to continue the growth and not end up getting kicked out of the YouTube recommended algorithm crap, that I pushed sort of my health aside, which was pointed out to me by a few of the people in the community, especially when I continued to upload every day while being very sick. And I have not spent the time with my family that I really should be. And even my friends, I've kind of really just pushed things aside and I need to be better about it. I need to be better about living my life too, and keeping this as a key cornerstone and something I'm extremely passionate about. And driving myself into the ground, or even the days where I would just upload something to upload something, is stupid. It doesn't make any sense. It makes the channel diluted. It makes it less interesting for you guys. And honestly, who can keep up with 7 videos a week anyway? It's easier if it was just commentary, but with video aspects of it, it's hard to keep up with even the amount I upload, let alone if you follow other content creators. So I guess in conclusion, my upload schedule, I showed it on the screen at some point during this video, and I will run through it audibly here. My upload schedule, at least right now, is Monday and Tuesday. I will be uploading anytime between 3 and 3:30 U.S. Central Time. And then Thursday and Friday, I will be uploading at the same time, anytime between 3 and 3:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time. Saturdays are a little more sketchy. I'm going to be uploading, I'm pretty sure 99% of Saturdays, so I'm aiming at a 5-day-a-week upload. But it depends on the time for when I wake up, if I had work the night before or in the afternoon. I aim to have it out between basically 10:30 and noon U.S. Central Time. Sorry, my stutter, having trouble keeping my line of thought and speaking. But essentially, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. I really hope you took the time to check this out and stick it out to the end if you're a fan of the channel. And I do want to say a actual heartfelt thank you. I don't know if I really say it enough. It's extremely humbling what we do here. The fact that anyone cares about what I think about anything is just very humbling to me. I don't think my opinion is worth any more than anybody else's, whether you're in the comments or whether you're over in the community, or even if you're, absolutely dislike the content and dislike what I do. I think your opinion is just as valid as mine. So the fact that we are at over 9,100 people who, even in some slight regard, care about what I'm doing is extremely mind-boggling and humbling to me. So thank you very much, and I really appreciate it. Let me know if you have questions in the comments down below. I do my best to get to as many comments as I can, and I'm not going to drag this out. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a fantastic day, and stick around. I'm not going anywhere.